This, what I'm going to share with you right now, is one of the most powerful ways and techniques you can last longer in bed without worrying about ejaculating, and it's not talked about that often. So it's going to be a short and sweet video. First, I'm going to tell you this technique, then I'm going to tell you psychologically and physiologically why it works, and then the third thing I'm going to do is share a story with you about my own personal experience with this last night. So, here we go. A really powerful technique to last longer in bed is once you actually start having penetrative sex with your lover, your partner, go slow for the first 10 minutes. And it seems really simple, but here's why. Because when you go slow for the first 10 minutes and you're allowing your body to acclimate to this new person, you're telling your system, you're telling your sexual response system that ejaculation is not the goal. You know, we come from hundreds of thousands, possibly millions of years of evolutionary programming that says that your job in sex is to procreate. So we're programmed to ejaculate quickly, right? And when you go for 10 minutes, really slowly, without ejaculating, you're telling your body and your mind and your everything that ejaculation is not the point. And there's this sort of threshold point that gets reached somewhere around the 10-minute mark where your system realizes that, and there's a relaxation. And there's an ease that comes over your body. And once that happens, it becomes much easier to do whatever the fuck you want in sex. It becomes much easier to use all the other techniques to last longer in bed that are out there on the internet. But for those first 10 minutes, especially those first 2 minutes, it's super important just to move really slowly. You could breathe with your partner. You could look into their eyes. You could just rest there in stillness and see what it's like to be inside them. It's really, really powerful. And it goes against a lot of the programming we've received as men about sex, which is to just like, boom, go, 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 go. Nowhere in porn is there a video that shows a man entering their partner and then just connecting with them. That doesn't happen. In porn, it's just like, boom, man is inside the person, person's, bam, bam, bam. It happens super quickly. It's not a realistic representation of lovemaking. So I invite you to try this, and then you can do all the other stuff like Kegels, microcosmic orbit, the big draw, all those other techniques. But really, you could do all those techniques in the first few minutes, but if you're moving quickly, you're just going to ejaculate. That's what I've found to be true, and this is one of the things I encourage men, all men to do. So that is the technique. Really important. Also, a thing to add, I didn't, plan on putting this in, but it's super fucking important too. During those 10 minutes, breathe deeply, because that's going to oxygenate your body, and that's going to allow you to relax into this easeful pleasure that's possible. And you might be somebody who's not even able to last 3 minutes, which is fine. Like, I used to struggle with premature ejaculation intensely, so I get it. So you might be thinking, how the fuck am I going to go 10 minutes? You could try like barely moving at all inside your partner and just breathing with them. So that's the technique. Last night I had sex for the first time in over 3 months, and I was, 3 months is enough time to get out of practice, you could say. And it was a beautiful, beautiful experience with this amazing woman I met in Thailand, which is where I am right now, which is why I'm in this jungle hut. And because it was so long, I did need to go slow for those first 10 minutes. And that's fine. We breathed together. I took in the beauty of her body. I went back and forth between penetrative sex and going down on her and fingering. And because of that, around the 10-minute mark, or a little bit later, maybe somewhere in there, we were able to go into those wild animalistic layers of fucking and lovemaking, and it was amazing. Like, just boom, boom, rah, like grabbing and biting and throwing around, and sweaty bodies and moaning, and going as hard as you could, and then going back and forth between that and soft, sensual lovemaking. It was amazing. So that juiced me up a little bit to make this video for you, and to say, even if you've been doing these practices for a long time, that 10-minute window, maybe 8 minutes, 15, somewhere in there, there's a threshold point you can reach, and once you cross that, it's going to be so much easier for you to do whatever the fuck you want. and not even worry about ejaculating. Boom. That's the technique. Subscribe if you want more things like this. I also have an orgasmic mastery course that goes way into depth into all the things you can do to overcome premature ejaculation, master your sexual energy, and be able to make love as long as you want. It's an amazing, amazing course. It's not open for enrollment right now, but it will be in about half a year. And in about a month, my semen retention challenge is going to begin. So if that's something you want to do, I highly, highly, highly recommend checking out the link below. I'm giving a first time ever discount to people on YouTube who want to sign up for this first round, because it's the first time I will have facilitated something like this. It's online. It'll give you all the tools you need to know to really utilize your sexual power and put it into anything you want. Really fucking good practice that we as men, we should all experiment with to break out of the fake rules and false box that society has put us in. You have a lot more power than society has ever told you. This challenge is going to bring it out. All right, that's it, brother. Hope you have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. I will see you next time. Cheers.